Welcome in to another episode of Women's Basketball Now, here on the Hoop Central YouTube channel. I'm your host, Hamilton Ailwegan. Thank you for taking some time to join us here today. In this episode, we are talking UConn women's basketball. Obviously, the Huskies sit at number 11 in the AP poll right now, 6-3 overall. This team is in a very unfamiliar situation right now compared to what most Huskies teams go through. We're used to seeing UConn right there at the top of the rankings, winning game after game. It's been a different start to this 2021 season for the Huskies, with losses to South Carolina, Georgia Tech, and Louisville. A couple of other close calls as well. The injuries have piled up for this team. Obviously, Paige Bueckers is out with the tibial plateau fracture, recovering from surgery, rehabbing at this point in time. Other players that have been shelved for the Huskies, Nika Meal, Aubrey Griffin, and Azzi Fudd as well. That's who we're talking about in this video. Coming into the season, expectations were sky high for Azzi Fudd, the number one ranked freshman in the class of 2021. Expected to play a huge role on this UConn team coming in as a freshman, much like Paige Bueckers did last year in 2020. At this point, it's been a slow start to her UConn career. Fudd has only played 4 games at this point, with averages of 7.5 points and 2.3 rebounds per game. In those contests, she shot 45.8% from the floor, 44% from 3, in only 19.8 minutes per game. A reason for the lack of big minutes and the lack of production is a foot injury. Within those 4 games that she was playing with that foot injury, Geno Auriemma said that she didn't look like herself. She wasn't getting up and down the floor consistently due to that stress reaction. Playing through that injury, she had some good moments. A career-high 18 points in 27 minutes against number 23 USF back on November 21st. That was definitely a highlight game for her. The other contests, though, quiet scoring the basketball. Again, only 7.5 points and 2.3 rebounds were her averages in those 4 games. Very important for her to get healthy and get back to 100%. Same thing for Nika Meal, who, again, also will be back soon. Once Azzi Fudd gets back into the lineup for UConn, they're obviously still going to be without Paige Bueckers. They're still going to be without some other pieces. So they're going to need her to be their best player, because we've seen throughout the course of this season a lot of players within the UConn lineup be very up and down. Navina Westbrook, Kristen Williams, Olivia Nelson-Adota, Dorka Uhas. All of those players have had some really good games, and they've had some games where they've really struggled as well. They need a boost of three-point shooting. They need a boost of scoring and some energy there in the backcourt, and I think the player that will provide that is Azzi Fudd. Obviously, from behind the three-point line, deadly shooting the basketball. She can take that to the mid-range as well. Very high basketball IQ, sees the floor very well, understands situations and concepts, efficient floor game, very shifty off the dribble. She can handle it, can really play both point and shooting guard positions. She's naturally a 2, but she does have the ability to distribute a little bit as well. You're going to see her and Caroline Ducharme, I think, play together and play cohesively when they get in there. Kristen Williams, Avina Westbrook also there in the backcourt as well, going to play a huge role, and they're going to need her to be consistent, unlike the other players in this UConn lineup right now, and that's why you see them struggling a little bit at 6-3 and at 11th in the AP poll. I think they can improve on their record. They can get a big streak going. I think they can rise back up in the rankings, again, if they can find some consistency, and that's been the big issue, is consistency from behind the three-point line, not enough consistency on the inside between the post players, Aaliyah Edwards, Olivia Nelson-Adota, Dorka Uhas, as we mentioned. We talked about in one of our previous videos how big Caroline Ducharme has been for them as a freshman. When Azzi Fudd gets back in there at 100%, you will see her putting up points. You will see her making a huge impact on this basketball team. So very excited to see what she can bring. Again, playing through that injury in the 4 games, we saw some good things from her, and will definitely improve on those averages of 7.5 points, 2.3 rebounds. She was already shooting it pretty well from the floor and from 3. But again, that wasn't 100% Azzi. When we see her get back to 100%, she's going to be a huge, huge factor on this team. And UConn definitely needs her. They need all these players to get healthy and come back. A lot of their games recently have been postponed. The Marquette game, the game at DePaul was also set back as well. We also don't know if UConn's going to be playing against Villanova on Friday either. So with these games being pushed back, with COVID issues within the program, that is giving Azzi Fudd, Nika Meal, Aubrey Griffin, some of the injured players for UConn, more time to rehab. And when they come back, UConn's obviously going to get a little bit deeper, a little bit more potent than they've been at this point in time. And they're going to need everybody, with Paige Bueckers out for a little while longer, until about February. So definitely going to be interesting to see what Azzi Fudd can bring to the table, as well as all of these other players for UConn. Definitely want to see some more consistency throughout this entire roster. We want to see a boost of shooting, a boost of offense, and I think a player that can provide that, again, is Azzi Fudd, number 1 ranked freshman in the country in 2021. Very excited to see her get back on the floor. So that's all the time we have in this all-new video from Hoop Central. We thank you again for taking some time to join us. Don't forget to give this video a like, leave a comment as well. subscribe to the Hoop Central YouTube channel. Also hit the notification bell as well so you don't miss a single upload. This is Hamilton Neal signing off. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.